Hi, everyone is talking about Corona, and yesterday we had a good response to Janta Curfew as well. There were certain enthusiastic who came out on the road, but we can ignore. The lock and now government has decided to have lockdown. The lockdown is inevitable. It's basically to prevent damage or do it after damage. Government decided to prevent damage, and that's a good decision. Let's look at what's happening around the world, and let's look at areas rather than countries. In China, Wuhan was the epicenter, which has population of 1.1 crore. The lockdown happened when the count was around 600 patients. Infections stand at probably less than 1%, which is 80,000%. Unfortunately, it was new virus at that time. The deaths happened at 3.5%, which is count comes at 3,500. Lombardy, the new epicenter from Italy, also has population of 1.1 crore. But the lockdown happened at when the patient count reached 7,500. The infections are still counting, and at this stage it's less than 0.5%, around 40,000. But the percentage of deaths is very high. Mortality rate at around 9%, which comes at 4,000. One of the reason is the elderly population is basically getting impacted by this deadly virus. Let's look at what's happening in India. In India, government decided to have the lockdown when the patient count is at around 50 patients. So we can safely say that the infections would remain low at say 30,000 patients, which is less than 0.03%. The new data shows that the mortality rate would be around 1%. So at that stage, we can have uh, probably look at unfortunate 300 deaths. But looking at, I strongly believe Indians have better immunity because of our some good habits and not so good habits, bad habits. I mean, we have unhygienic conditions, but that also results in good immunity. So we can look at even lower number of deaths, which can be at around 100 people. This is good scenario provided we do it. But if we don't follow instructions, we are looking at a disaster. We have population of 1.2 cr, but we don't have good health infrastructure. And if we keep spreading the virus like Italy did, we can look at number of infections to be above 2%, which can be around 2 lakhs, and deaths because of improper health infrastructure can be at around 10%, which can be 20,000. And India has many such regions like Pune, Mumbai, so the deaths can be at India level very high number. So let's follow these instructions and remain at probably the good scenario, which is we will be follow the instructions and keep the damage minimum at around say the infection count less than 0.03% and deaths around 100. What we have to do is follow the simple instructions like self isolation, social distancing, self quarantine, follow hand wash and instructions, cover your mouth. So rest well, sleep well to improve your immunity, and we don't have to worry about this threat of corona. Thank you.